We are part of the Fired Up Sports Network of shows. Please check out other Fired Up Sports Network podcasts like the P-Lot Pod, Water Cooler Talk, Bell Smashers, Philly Sports Love and Pain, Drunk on Broad, Beer Battered Sports, and the Fired Up Sports Show, which are available on all major podcasting hosting sites and social media. Also, check out Mark Ramos' Roundup on firedupsports.com, which breaks down the happenings going on with all your favorite local teams.
You're listening to Drunk on Broad, Philly Sports Unfiltered! From Broad Street down to the bank, we bleed red, green, black, blue, and gray. Racial classes, game day pride, Philly's hardware, drunk on the ride. EAG Elliott flying on at night, Sixers lights up, the sky's so bright. Flyers crash like thunder on the ice. Philly swinging, everything's nice. Union chanting, passion loud and raw. City of grit, we break every law. Up, down, drunk on broad. No, we don't sleep. City of champions, running deep. For another round, let's make it loud. Feel it forever. We're Broad Street proud. Drunk on Broad. Yeah, we're home. Drunk on Broad.
Joe, what do you think? We got we debuted a new intro tonight. It's we'll see what the people think, but just figured we switch it up a little bit. It's a little Blink 182-ish. Just I don't know. Just felt like switching it up a little bit. What do you think?
I didn't hear it done.
Yeah.
No, I mean,
It's very
Yeah.
anticlimactic. You want me to see if I can play it out here?
I think I don't know what it is, but every time the show begins and the intro is going, I have not heard our intro since we switched over to the new to the new one. Hey everybody. How are you?
Hey. Well, this is kind of like behind the scenes.
Yeah, welcome to behind the scenes with Drunk on Broad.
Here we go. Yeah, I was just I've played around with trying to think about switching it up a little bit, and one of my friends at school showed me this website that does it's all the AI songs. So like you can put in all the criteria of stuff, the style, and it spit something out that I was like, oh, okay, we'll try it out.
worth a shot.
We'll take it for a spin. So, yeah, I mean, it's just interesting. A little bit more interesting than whatever's going on with this team right now. It's the most complicated 7-2 team I think we've ever encountered. We've had two guys hired and retired. We've had one guy retire and then unretire. We have a disgruntled wide receiver who's not being utilized properly for no apparent reason.
Agreed.
We've got a offensive coordinator that is as absolutely inept as humanly possible.
I mean,
the defense looks great.
Defense is awesome.
Yeah, the defense.
Let's just start there, because the defense, the way that the defense is playing, man, it is absolutely lights out. They're all over the field. You now have a problem at middle linebacker because you can't get everybody on the field in the spots that you want them.
Yeah. Nakobe Dean had a fucking fantastic game.
Dude.
Nakobe Dean has been playing great. Jahai Campbell plays well when he's on the field, but he can't get on the field because Nakobe Dean is playing incredible.
It's a good problem.
And Zach Vaughn is getting closer to the way he played last year.
Yeah. I think you have to put. I really think Jihad Campbell has to get on the edge. I think he has to be that Swiss Army knife and move around. I as much as N'Kobe Dean has been great, we need all those guys on the field because
Yeah.
I think it's the only
At the
thing
same
that's really
time.
going to help out the secondary, and they need it because Adoree Jackson still didn't look great, and that was against fucking Bo Melton. Like Bo Melton's lining up on the outside of you, and he got by you like 3 times. Thank God Jordan Love's trash, or it would have been a fucking issue.
Right.
But I mean, let's be real. All versions, all the Jalen variants, as I like to call them, it's like the Kang the universe. There's different variants of Kang. We have multiple Jalen variants. They're all fucking phenomenal. Jalen Phillips,
Yeah.
holy shit, what a fucking
Wow.
Eagles debut,
Yeah.
dude. Holy
Oh, God.
cow.
I mean, when you look at what he does now for this defense, Rich, I would love to have the opportunity to put him on the edge. Problem is that you just got instantly really deep on the edge.
Yeah, I
Like,
know.
you just added 3 guys to that slot where
We're only playing
Brandon
one
Graham's-
safety. Fuck it.
like you now have a depth chart that is really really solid at that position. And
Yeah.
Jalen Phillips, the thought was that they were going to try to like dial down and limit his snaps a little bit.
Yeah, that didn't happen.
No, not at all.
He was out there the whole fucking game.
I was going to say he played like what 50, I don't even
52
know.
snaps, I think.
52 snaps.
I believe.
He was out there
I mean,
all night.
So one forced fumble, 1 fumble recovery, 8 pressures, 7 hurries, 6 tackles, 6 stops, had a pressure rate approaching 20% of the snaps. Like, he just played lights out, and he played he's exactly what you needed to be. And you saw Jordan Love on it, like, he was running for his life most of the night because if Jalen Phillips wasn't getting him right, the one play
Jalen Hunt.
where Jalen Hunt gets where he gets the sack,
That's
right? Like
love it.
it's everything that you wanted out of a move at a position of need. It's just I don't know how you I don't know how Howie Roseman continues to get it done.
Yeah, I mean, he made an impact the entire game, and the great thing about it was he still had a full tank of gas in the fourth quarter.
Oh
You
yeah.
know, chasing Love to the sideline. He got 2 quarterback hits on him. That 4th down and 1 play, and Jalen Phillips picks up that fumble, but Moro Ajomo. How about Moro Ajomo?
What a beast.
Inside zone this way. Inside zone this way. That make even right now the hair on my back stands up, which there's a lot of, but it
Joe,
was
comb it, Joe.
I will, just not right now. I don't want to scare
I mean,
you.
you talk about that, and I know that there was a lot of conversation when Milton Williams left and Moro Joma. There was a lot of conversation over the summer about how good he looked in training camp, and we haven't really seen it until this week. This week, you saw what everybody saw over the summer. You saw the way that, like, when you have the line of Jalen Phillips and I mean, you got Nolan Smith back too, right? He's playing on the opposite edge. Those two are coming off the edge, and then you've got Moro Joma and you've got Jalen Carter in the middle, or Jordan Davis in the middle. You're seeing all those guys at the second level be able to get in the backfield and stop plays before they even get started, and that's what ended up happening on 4th down. And the craziest thing is that, like, they had 2 timeouts when that play, like, he's sitting there on 4th down, on 4th and 2, and I saw somebody breaking down the film, and in that same scenario, every time the Packers line up that way, it's always that play. Like, whoever I saw was showing like 4 or 5 clips from a bunch of different games, and every time, doesn't matter if they're 3 wide, if it's a 3x1, it doesn't matter if it's a 2x2, it doesn't matter what. If the back is offset to his right, it's an inside zone.
Inside zone, yeah, predictability.
Was that Kevin Petullo?
Yeah.
I mean, Rich, we'll get there.
The similarities, striking.
Yeah. Oh my god. But like the way that it was about as exciting a 10-7 game could be, because it
Yeah.
was just it was both defenses played really well.
Yeah.
I the glaring addition of Jalen Phillips was just incredible to watch.
Massive, absolutely
Um,
massive. Yeah,
and if he like his big thing, right, is staying healthy. If he stays healthy, man,
It's going to
this
be a problem.
he's going to
and
be
you
a huge problem.
because he and they did it, and I went back and they they break down so many different plays. He's so interchangeable. Like if
Mm-hmm.
you're looking for an extra, trying to bring an extra rusher, right inside it, he was playing D tackle.
Yeah.
And some of the
Yeah,
inside offensive linemen can't handle the speed and the speed and the power of those kind of those quick edge guys. So it's just he's such a great piece to have, and the familiarity with Vic. It's just like he's a plug and play guy, and he really is. I mean, he
Yep.
plugged him in game one, and look what he did, and that was just in the first game. So um, it's just awesome. It was awesome to see. Awesome to see. It was just it's really unreal to think that they went into Lambeau and only gave up 7 points. It's pretty remarkable.
Yeah. And you know,
yeah, and
Green Bay's defense played fucking lights out too. You know,
Absolutely.
mhm.
it was one of those games where I'm watching and it's like, all right, well, whoever fucks up first is going to lose. And then they take that long drive in the first quarter. It's like 6.5 minutes, and then
Yeah,
Jalen breaks the run. I'm like, all right, this is great, and has the ball punch out. I'm like, fuck, here we go. But you know what?
yep,
Like the defense put the clamps on, and they look good. That
all
just
night, man.
what that defensive line does, having Nolan Smith back, playing a handful of set. Brandon Graham, you see the old man doing work. Jalix Hunt looking phenomenal. Like the
Like
defensive line was just,
like he did in those last three playoff games in the
yeah,
Super Bowl.
Yep.
like, he's on a tear. And then you add Jalen Phillips, and it's just like, Jesus Christ, like this defensive line's a problem. Like they're quick, they're fast, they're
They're never out of
young.
position.
Like,
No, and that's the other thing, Rich. That they're young. They're really young, and the only reason that they're not the youngest defense in the NFL was the addition of Brandon Graham.
yeah.
It
I mean, that's
it,
going to bring you up to
it
about 15 years.
At least.
um I mean you look at the when you look at their defense, there's one hole. There's
Quarter
one hole at
two.
CB2, and
CB2,
that's
yeah.
it. Um, and then you get the news. You get the news this week. Jair Alexander is now healing, contemplating retirement. You saw the Eagles put him on the injured reserved, potentially retired list.
Yeah.
Um,
Didn't like the trade to begin with, but
no,
all
but
right.
you're gonna like you got Jacorian Bennett back, right? So he's another guy to be in the mix to potentially be a guy that fills that slot.
Yeah.
I just think that if you have if that's your only hole, um, your defensive line, your linebackers, your safeties, there are ways to put pressure on the quarterback to
Mhm.
cover up that CB2 spot.
Yeah. I mean, that's the main
You
reason why
had
you get
to.
Jalen Phillips. Like it's,
Right.
I mean, you needed the best thing to help out your secondary is a pass rush, and they have it now. And Green Bay's offensive line aren't full of slouches. Like
No. Mm-mm.
you look at it from the standpoint of, okay, we just need to buy, you know, get to the quarterback. We can't have, before Jalen Phillips, like 2 weeks ago, before the bye, where the quarterback's just standing back there for 5 seconds, 6 seconds, just able to do what they need to
Mm-hmm.
do. Like it just adds another element. And Vic being more creative with his blitzes, like it's going to be fantastic when all of these guys are just learn the system. They're in there,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just a plethora of goodies for Vic just to choose from. And the
Yeah.
rotational pieces to stay fresh. And it's not like these guys who are rotating in are slouches. Like you're rotating in Graham, you're rotating in Hunt, you're rotating in Nolan Smith, like keeping these guys fresh so they
Hmm.
can get at the quarterback. And you're
Yeah.
going to have to throw Jahad Campbell in there because you want the boy on the field. The dude is that fucking good. I mean,
Yeah.
he's like in on par for being defensive rookie of the year. And now he's losing snaps because N'Kobe Dean is playing out of his mind.
Yeah.
How fantastic is the rush defense now with N'Kobe Dean back? Like N'Kobe Dean back helps that run defense so much. He tackles, he hits the right holes, he looks good, and he brings another added, you know, element of speed and tackling
Yeah.
ability in the open field. It's man,
I
like you
mean,
feel bad for Jahad Campbell, but Jesus Christ, what are you gonna do, man? Like,
yeah.
what are you gonna do?
I mean, and Rich, I would tell you that that's Vic Fangio's job to figure out ways to get creative to get those guys on the field and get them snaps. Um, whether it's something that you mentioned earlier, like putting him in that joker position and letting him just kind of like play in that second level. If that means that you got to put all three of them on the field at one time just to be able to get, you know, a blitz or a pass rush, I think you just you're you're in a really good spot because you have a ton of options.
Yeah.
All right, on to sorer subjects.
Oh man. Oh, Jeff.
No.
I mean, the there's no kind way to put it. The offense looks awful.
Yeah.
It looks putrid. You're back to looking as crappy as you did at the beginning of the season. And I mean, there. I have no words. I'm gonna
No,
let you guys
it's
talk
it's
because there's no
easy.
there.
Because so let's look at stats. Let's do this. Let's play the stat game. Okay. All
I'm a
right.
numbers guy. Go ahead.
Let's play the numbers. If I told you that the Eagles would have a bottom 10 offense, would you believe me?
Nope.
We have a bottom 10 offense. We rank 25th. We have the 25th ranked offense.
Mm.
We have the 21st ranked rushing offense. Our third down success rate
Whew.
is 27th overall. Our average points or average yards a game are 303. 2.2 yards better than fucking Miami.
Whew.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Our passing, let's just look. Let's just look. Yep, passing 25th overall. Rushing 21st overall. Would if I were to tell you you had Saquon Barkley, AJ Brown, Devontae Smith, Jalen Hurts, and Dallas Goddard, and you are a bottom 10 offense in this league. If you
And you're
told me
seven and
this
two.
in August, and you're 7 and
Somebody
2,
needs to be fired.
that's
Yeah,
the shit.
I would tell you that something needs to change. Something's
Yeah.
got to change.
Somebody's got to go.
So I'm having interactions with people on threads, and it's been good. Everything's really cool. It's been very polite. Nobody's been like you're a jerk off asshole. 'Cause, those things are muted on there. I do enjoy that. And I posted today. You can be critical of a 7 and 2 team because we hold them to a standard, and
Mhm.
our standard is what they were doing last year and in the Super Bowl. Yes, our
Yeah,
offensive line's banged up. I know that. Yes, we don't have Kellen Moore, and Kevin Patullo is in this a learning stage. There's no more fucking learning. We are
9
in
games.
week 11. Your learning curve was the first 3 weeks. That man cannot coach his way out of a paper bag. You eliminated the AJ Brown slant and turned it into an AJ Brown curl. Have no idea why the fuck that's even in the playbook. You have your quarterback and your wide receiver one on fourth down throwing a deep ball, literally overriding your play because your play is fucking stupid. So they go rogue on 3rd and 9 multiple times
Handoff.
on Monday night. Handoff. You conceded. You want to say, "Oh, we're playing conservative," and that's what you want to
Bullshit.
do because you don't want to fuck out of here. These are terrible plays. Your route concepts garbage.
Awful.
You're designing plays for your tight end.
mhm.
Our RPO rate went from 14% down to 10. Our motion rate went from 44% down to 40. We averaged 12 less plays a game this year than we did last year. So the pace of play is down.
Yep.
And it seems like they take the whole fucking play clock every
Yeah.
single time that they're out there, which makes no sense to me. There's no tempo, there's no sense of urgency. Nobody seems to know what the fuck is going on in this offense.
Well, and there's no creativity,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
Before the
Everything
half, prime
looks
example.
about okay. So one. There's no way through 10 weeks AJ Brown should have 408 yards.
No,
It's an atrocity.
He's got 31 receptions for 408
That's
yards through 10 games.
that's
There
stupid.
are guys
three
there,
catches three catches a game over those 9 games on
I
average.
mean, Joe, in this
What?
game, he had up until the last play they ran, that 4th and 6, he had 2 catches. And one of them was like one of the first couple plays of the game.
Yep.
Like there's no way that I'm on Team AJ at this point.
I agree.
Like, get me the ball, figure it out. I don't care what you got to do. Lock yourself in a room, come up with new shit. But like, you have to figure it out because this team is too good, and you're gonna need AJ Brown if you want to win the Super Bowl again. Like
Yep.
for anybody out there who thinks that like, yeah,
Yep.
you're doing it without him, like that's dumb.
That is dumb.
Yeah,
There's plays.
you
There are
can do it,
plays that are
but
foolproof.
should you?
There's plays that are
No.
foolproof for him to be utilized in. That are absolutely foolproof. And they refuse to run. They refuse to run them. You know, the
Yeah.
slant is always going to be available. The jet, the bubble. Why don't they run a bubble screen to AJ Brown, who's 6'2" and 230 pounds, and probably is going to run you over?
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, like who cares if it's a 5 yard pass or a 3 yard pass or a 7 yard pass? Because you know what? 9 times out of 10, he's gonna turn it upfield. He's gonna truck somebody. He's gonna make somebody miss. But in any sport and at any level, especially as a professional athlete, the guys want the ball. Mike and Kobe and all these, they had to touch the ball. They had to touch the ball. That's what they were there for, and they wanted to touch the ball in the first quarter, the second quarter, the third quarter, and the fourth quarter. There's no reason. There's no way to talk around this, and where you're missing these opportunities for such long stretches
Yeah.
of the game. And I get it. They're winning games, but like he said today, like that shit is gonna come up and bite you in the ass. Like this is a
Mhm.
prime example week. You're playing the Lions. Guess what? You're not going to be able to beat the Lions scoring 10 points. You're
Nope.
just not.
No.
So whatever he's got to do to you gotta pull something out of your hat this week and just get everybody involved.
I
Hey,
mean,
maybe
listen,
throw a pass to just Jahan Dotson. Maybe you throw a pass. I mean, yeah, he missed Calcaterra the other day, but like, why it doesn't need to be. It doesn't need to be this difficult. RPO. Where the fuck's the RPO? You know.
It's
You
gone.
know.
It's gone.
Where you line up. Okay, this is our formation. Typically, we run out of this formation. Well, guess what? Maybe we line up in this formation and we fucking throw the ball. Like, you have to keep the defense guessing.
yeah, and when you look at AJ Brown's stats, right, 121 of the 408 yards are in the one
One
game
game.
against
Yeah.
Minnesota.
Yep.
Like, all things aside, you look at what happens when you get the ball in the hands of your playmakers. Guess what? They make plays. Look
Yeah.
at the Saquon Barkley play. Look at the
Devontae Smith.
the Devontae Smith play, right? Back to back. I don't know that you need to you don't need to do anything special. Get the ball
Just
in these
throw it
guys.
to him.
How many times last year did we see AJ Brown catch an 8-yard slant and go
Nope.
40 yards? Because he's that good.
I
Like,
am Team AJ for multiple
I'm
fucking
100%.
reasons. And
I'm with 11.
I'm with 11 on this one because the guys need to stick up. They need to speak up because if they don't speak up now, I don't. And this is the thing with the stupid fucking loyalty that Nick Sirianni has to this jerk off. who has 16 years of NFL experience, none with calling plays. None with calling plays. I understand he's your friend, but if it's not good for the goose, it's not good for the gander. You have multiple players coming out saying things need to change. You are just on a bye, and that's the product you put out on the field. It's not like you were missing
Inexcusable.
AJ or missing
Everybody's
Devontae
there.
or
Yeah.
everybody's there except Cam fucking Jurgens. What is
You,
so different and so hard with scheming something up for your best players? The fact that you have AJ Brown with only 30 receptions in 9 games played
Terrible.
is asinine. It's absolutely asinine. You cannot scheme him up. And they show plays where, oh, I think Jalen just doesn't like him. Look, AJ's running wide open. If AJ's the third progression in that play, he's not looking at him. But
right.
that's the fucking issue. How is he
Why
Why
not
is
is
he
your
third?
first
why
read?
is he number
Yeah.
3?
Why is he your fourth or fifth fucking read? You're running a corner route to Dallas Goddard in the back of the end zone, overthrown. You're Schmitty. People got to stop sleeping on Schmitty because he was a Heisman Trophy winner. He is that fucking good. He'd be a wide receiver 1 on 15 other teams. He's that good.
We have 2 1s.
We have 2 1s. And it's not the
Mhm.
fact that you have to force feed them the ball.
Yeah.
But you have to
You
manufacture
sh-
plays, and that's what Batulo can't do. Why? So you're telling, and here's the thing. Oh, new coordinator, new coordinator, new coordinator. Drake fucking May is playing out of his mind with a bunch of fucking has-beens and never fucking would be at wide receiver.
You are not lying.
And they have like the 5th ranked fucking offense.
I mean,
And they have a
not
new head coach and new offensive coordinator.
not for nothing,
Fuck out
but
of here.
like look at what's happening in Cincinnati, right?
with Joe Flacco.
Joe Flacco, who is about as old as we are, and he's out there slinging it, and they're figuring out ways to get guys in the best. Like, he knows his job is play point guard, get the ball out of my hands because I'm not running anywhere. Like it just absolutely makes no sense to me at all. And you look at
And they don't do
when they run
anything
the ball.
special with Jamar Chase or T. Higgins. They're not doing anything
No,
special. It's slants.
but
It's
it's
hook routes. It's
get the ball
across
out
the
of the
middle,
Stuff
like
that's
crossing
that are
routes.
like
automatics.
it's not a multiple step drop. It's not like hanging around and scrambling. But Hurts made some really good plays, like on the run, getting the ball out. The play to Shipley on the sideline, running away from Michael Parsons. I mean, the Eagles do an incredible job at neutralizing Michael Parsons
We
because
didn't
they're
let up a
not.
fucking sack.
No,
There was no sacks. And we
he
won by 3. We
he was in
scored
on
one
one.
fucking touchdown.
He was in on what one play?
Like, I can't wrap my head around it. And I
No.
really the answers that we're getting from Nick are just fucking shitty. And this is the smug.
It's him just
It's the smug fucking
saving
Nick
saving him.
that I can't fucking stand. Like, and I understand you don't want to throw your guy under the bus, but Nick, if this team does not make it to the Super Bowl and gets bounced in the first round because of a shitty offense, I guarantee you're fucking gone too.
Yeah.
Like, I
I
don't
mean,
believe anybody's job safe except Fangio, which is detrimental to this team because of the coaching
yeah.
carousel. We keep saying it. Bring in a veteran guy who can who can scheme these guys, because this offense is on the verge of being completely shattered and in disarray.
Yeah.
You need to do something to save this offense.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
AJ
I
Brown,
mean,
I feel
it,
fucking terrible for because he is absolutely miserable, and it's just the fact that he sees the big picture. It's not the diva, I want the ball, I want the
yeah.
ball. He sees how this is going to go. This
Right.
offense is doing absolutely nothing, and it's disgusting.
Yeah.
The dude's laying fucking blocks for Saquon Barkley. Did that look like a guy who's packing it in and doesn't want to fucking play? No, that's a guy who's doing his job and he's being a good fucking teammate
Yep.
and doing what he's supposed to. But how much frustration is going to build within the fan base, with inside the organization, before you look at Kevin Patullo and go, "What the fuck are you doing, man?
Right.
Like, you're
Yeah.
done. It
It's
doesn't fucking work."
the way that this is played out One,
Terrible.
it's inexcusable. Like you can't you can't scheme it any other way. There's no way that you have an offense with these weapons. And what was the thing we found on Reddit, right? That they lead the league in 3-and-outs.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like
That's terrible.
it's
Inexcusable.
inexcusable isn't even the right word. It's complete malpractice. Like you have the opportunity to have all of these things at your disposal, and you're like, yeah, let's run the most absolute vanilla nonsense possible. Like this is the plays that you see are the plays that you see in the preseason.
Yeah.
Those are the vanilla plays that you show nobody anything.
The Bears have the fucking number 3 offense. The Bears. The Bears.
See
No,
that's what
there's
happens when you have a good innovative
The Giants
offensive
are at
coordinator.
14. The Texans
The
are at
Giants.
13. The Falcons, who have Michael Penix, who can't throw the fucking ball, are 16. The Bucks are 17. Commanders 18. Jags are 19.
Trevor
Ravens are
Lawrence.
20. Cardinals are
your boy,
21.
your boy Sunshine.
It's
Bengals
malpractice.
22. Then the fucking Eagles. That's disgusting, the
It's
teams that
gross.
are in front of us for total offense.
It's
It's
gross.
disgusting. I just don't I don't know what the fix is. And I think that's the thing that like really gets under my skin because I love the way this team gels and I'm my worry is things get broken beyond repair and then things have to get broken up and it's just going to be a fucking shit show. And the fact is there's no accountability from Patullo. There's no accountability from Nick Sirianni. Like he's just, oh, everything's honky dory, everything's good. Oh yeah, everything's fucking fine. It's okay to like, I understand you don't want to tell the media, but we all know it's not okay. I think everybody fucking sees it and everybody
I
knows.
mean,
Like we're not dumb, but like the fact is Nick Sirianni does this shit every single year, and what makes me not like him as a coach is the smug, stupid, fucking smartass answers.
yeah.
The fact that he just everything's honky dory. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh, is this a debate? No, Nick, he's asking you a fucking question. How about you just listen first? You
Yeah.
can't get AJ open. You can't even scheme him for a fucking slant that he dominated with every single year in Tennessee. But it's stupid to ask a question of why your offensive coordinator is so inept that he can't just develop a play for AJ Brown. But we'll develop plays for John Mechie. We'll develop plays for Jahan Dotson. We'll develop plays for Dallas Goddard. But you can't do anything for AJ Brown. Like what?
I mean, Rich, take for example the play that Dallas Goddard scores the touchdown where he comes across the formation in motion and essentially just kind of like scoots in between the linebacker and a safety where can AJ Brown not run that route? Probably about
Probably
100
can.
times better than Dallas Goddard.
Yeah.
Like not even a different play. Just swap guys. Let
Yep.
AJ Brown run in motion, run across the formation, get in space, get in between the linebacker and a safety.
Why do
Like,
all the good teams throw the ball across the fucking middle? And again, we're scared to do it.
The middle.
No middle whatsoever. Justin
Puka
Jefferson, I see him running open in the middle of the field.
Nakua.
Puka
Puka
Nakua
Nacua.
all day. Amon Ross St. Brown all day. Fucking the Saints are doing it. Like this
Chris
is
Olave.
like
Spencer Rattler.
no, it's Tyler Shuck.
Oh, Tyler Shug now,
Oh
yeah.
shucks. Yeah, he had went
Oh,
into
shucks.
shucks
Oh,
went into
shucks.
Carolina, beat the Panthers.
Like I try to make
God.
sense of it all, and it just nothing is resonating with me on why our offense is the 25th ranked offense, why we're dead last in third or would lead the league in 3-and-outs, why we're 27th in converting on third downs. Our tush push is I'm sorry, get rid of it. I'm over it. I'm done. Because if we can't be creative and beat teams, like I don't really want to see it anymore. I'm kind of fucking over it. If we're gonna live and die by a play on third down because we can't develop something to get Saquon or AJ Brown open, what about a swing pass to the flat
Yep.
to Saquon? What about a quick hitter slant? Boom, like anything. Like I'm
Crossing route.
over. We're good at something, so let's run it. Like, I'm just done with it. I really am. And that's being an Eagles fan. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of hearing about it. I'm sick of, all right, this is the only thing we're good at. Because you know what? People are fucking right. It is the only thing this offense is good at right now.
Yeah.
And I'm sick of watching. I'm very critical of this team because if we go, yes, we'll get the bye, right? We'll beat these teams. It'll be a slugfest. It'll be a gritty, grinding out game because we can't fucking put anybody away. I mean, we put the Giants
The
away.
Giants.
That's pretty much it.
Ooh.
Who when Russell Wilson had to come in? Like, no, Russell Wilson came in for Chicago and lost. Sorry, we beat Jackson Dart, but we broke Cam Scadaboo's ankle. So yeah,
We're not
win on
scaring
our part.
anybody on offense.
But like, we aren't. We're scaring
Mm-mm.
absolutely nobody.
We're doing it to
No.
ourselves.
And if we
They've
play
got
a
right
good
now.
defense, we're fucked.
Yeah, right now when you look at it's funny because like you look at all of their high priced assets, all of them are on offense. Every
Yep.
single one.
And they're
The
all
def-
toward
the-
the bottom of the league in stats.
Yeah, I mean, listen. At the very least, like we don't have to replay the AJ Brown presser. I would highly encourage people to go if you can find the full video, go watch it. Essentially, he says everything that we are thinking in terms of like what our frustration is. I think the way that the best way to kind of put it all in one bow is go like he wants to help this offense get better because it needs to get better.
Right.
And if they figure out how to integrate him, then the offense is better.
We'll take off. Yeah.
Devontae's
That's
better.
not rocket science,
Saquon's
KP.
better, right? Like we're not talking. And Rich, and this is the exact thing that you were just talking about. This is not the diva wide receiver, right? This is not Chad Ochocinco. This is not T.O. This is not give me the damn ball.
Yeah.
This is a guy who's frustrated because he knows that if he is utilized properly, then this team is better. And he's not. And he's frustrated that he's not because he wants to, but it's out of his hands. It's just I feel for him on a lot of levels. And now I'm like, okay, move on. The eyes are on Detroit. Your job is to beat Detroit. Yeah. This is about as big as a game. Probably, I would argue this is probably the biggest game left on their schedule because this is a game that will or could be one that would determine home field advantage.
Yeah.
So you have to, if you're going to play Detroit at home, you're going to have to win this game so that you have that tiebreaker. And then when you go back and you look at their schedule and how like as the season plays out, their wins continue to be more impressive, right? When you look at when they go they beat the Cowboys at home on Monday to open the season, but you've won games at the Chiefs, you beat the Rams at home, right? You go at the Bucks, you win at the Bucks. Like you've beaten the Vikings on the road. Like you have some really good signature wins against teams that you're going to need those tiebreakers for, right? And so if anything comes up with the Rams, the Bucks, or the Packers, and now potentially the Lions, you have the opportunity to be able to hold all of those tiebreakers because the first tiebreaker is head-to-head. So this matchup, I gotta imagine looking at the rest of their schedule, this is the biggest game. Yes, there's a game against the Bills coming up the week after Christmas on the 28th.
Yes.
But like, but then again, you look at the Bills and
they lost to the Dolphins.
The Bills, they're such frauds, dude. You stop the run, they can't do anything.
Not that they even lost, Joe. They got boat raced. It was bad, and it never looked good.
And Mike McDaniels had to use a timeout before the game even started. Before their first drive, before their first play of the game, he had to use a timeout, and then fucking boat raced them.
Fabulous. It's fabulous.
Not even close.
Cocaine. Forgot where he was.
All right, so talk to me about going into Detroit. or going into the game against Detroit. You're gonna go Sunday night.
Mm-hmm. We're fucking lucky that we're playing them at home because Jared Goff is
Yeah,
terrible
yeah.
outside of Ford Field. And I think that's really the only Eagles saving grace. That and our
Mhm.
defense, because their defense is equally as good. Like Aiden
Very. Oh
Hutchinson's
yeah.
a fucking problem.
Oh yeah.
Terrion Arnold is good. They have Jack Campbell's good. They have a lot of really good
Mhm.
pieces. Solid defensive line, solid linebacking core. Dude, their safeties are tough. Like this is going to be a game where the Eagles offense needs to be clicking. And again, that we kept saying, I don't have faith in it, but I am happy that we're playing them at home
Here.
and
Yep.
outside of the dome because that's just a huge advantage for us. The way the defense has been playing is been awesome, and I feel that this week they're going to take an even bigger step forward with getting Jalen Phillips more acclimated. Hopefully, we get Michael Carter into that number 2 spot or Jacorian Bennett. You know, I like the way where the
Yeah.
defense is at. Again, it's going to be if we come, you have to fight fire with this team. They got big guns. You need to bring big guns. If we go a 3 and out on our first drive and they score and we got to play catch up, it's not good. We need
Yeah.
to score early, get big stops, establish the run, which is something that we've shown that we cannot fucking do this year
Yeah.
because the offensive line is just not gelling and not as healthy as we would like.
Yeah. And you're a little banged up.
It's going to be a
Yeah.
fucking dogfight. It should make for
Yeah.
a good game. I like the Eagles winning by 1 or 2. I don't think I think it's going to be the defense that saves them. I think Jared Goff is going to do what Jared Goff does outside, throw a few picks, get a nice defensive touchdown, and our strengths in our defense going up against their offensive line and going up against Jared Goff outside of
Yeah.
Ford Field makes for him to be a long day.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I pretty much in the same boat, Rich. It's really put up or shut up for Patullo this week. It's um you're not going to win. You're not going to stop and hold teams to as little as you did last week. Yeah, thank God we have Vic, and thank God we have the defense that we have. But you're gonna have to match your defense this week because Detroit's gonna score points. I mean, there's no way around it. They're gonna score points, and you have to score points too. You have to be. This is the game where you have to be aggressive. This is the game where you can't.
Yeah.
There's no draw a play on 3rd and 8 or draw a play on 3rd and 10. It's all right. What are we gonna utilize in the passing game that's gonna work? And we're gonna
For
have
sure.
to it's all hands on deck this week.
Mhm.
You have to take the band-aid off like they were saying earlier on social media. It's you got to get in your bag, and you have to trust that the guys are going to make the plays. You got to trust Jalen. You got to trust the receivers. You got to trust Barkley and the offensive line. So you got to let it you got to let it fly. You can't. This is not a timid hold back kind of week. This is a balls out. You
Mhm.
know, from the coin flip. If you win the
Mhm.
coin flip, you should take the ball and go down and score. Not
Yeah.
like, oh, let's feel it out and maybe we'll get the ball in the second half. This has to be, the offense setting the tone.
Yeah. And here's where I have a lot of respect for Dan Campbell. Right. Lost both coordinators over the offseason. Their offense and defense look any different to you?
Nope.
None. Still as active, still flying around, still as creative. The mentality and the approach and everything is the same. Nothing changed. Their offense looks just as potent, if not better, right? And on paper, this is the team that has the weapons to match up with you, right? Because you look at the combination, right, of Jameer Gibbs, St. Brown, and Jameson Williams and Sam Laporta,
Yeah.
right? When on paper, AJ Brown, Devontae Smith, Dallas Goedert, Saquon Barkley.
Yep.
The weapons on offense are equivalent. It's going to be, and it's going to come down to how those weapons are utilized.
Mm-hmm.
the thing that I kind of always go back to though is like, doesn't matter how ugly or how weird it looks. Jalen Hurts does what he needs to do to win games, right?
Yeah.
And sometimes, right, when you go back and look at this Packers game, right, you look at those those end of half series, right? I would have loved to see opportunities for them to be more aggressive, but they weren't.
Nope.
They protected the ball. They made sure that there weren't turnovers. They made sure that they weren't creating momentum or opportunities for the Packers. This is another game where you're going to have to minimize Aiden Hutchinson in whatever way you can, because he will absolutely destroy the game.
Yeah.
I think Ridge, what you had mentioned earlier, them playing outside, I think that's a huge advantage for the Eagles. Jared Goff doesn't play well out of the indoors. So when I look at this, that's why to me this game is so important, because if you have to match up with this team again
Yep.
You want them coming here.
in January, you want them coming here.
Yeah.
Under no circumstances do you want to try to handle that team in a dome at home. Even though last year they completely crapped the bed against the Commanders, they were about as banged up a team as humanly possible going into that game.
Mhm.
I'm with you, Rich. This to me is like, this is going to be like a one score nail biter, back and forth. It really could go anyway.
I'm so fucking mad, dude. Like I'm still pissed off because Dan Campbell like hasn't missed a beat, but this is
Mm-mm.
why I don't like Sirianni as a coach, because he doesn't have a system. Like Mike Tomlin has a system. Doesn't matter who his offensive coordinator is, he has a system.
Yeah,
Dan Campbell, doesn't matter who his offensive coordinator is, has a system. Kyle Shanahan has a system. These guys all have fucking systems. And then Nick Sirianni is a boob who literally is like, I'm going to oversee and you're going to do what you want. And when it doesn't work, you're still sticking up for the fucking jerk off who can't make it work with all this talent. You go from being a top 10 offense to a bottom 10 offense, but nothing's broken. Like, I'm so fucking over it. Like, I thought the Lions were absolutely going to suck without Ben Johnson, but they're still a top 5 offense. And then, one of the greatest minds in football, Ben Johnson, goes to Chicago. Already said they're the number 3 total offense.
he's got
What?
Caleb Williams playing really well.
What the fuck is going on?
Yeah,
Why can't we emulate the success of last year? Because it shows you that Nick is not a good head coach. He is so lucky he has Vic Fangio. Because
yeah,
Fangio just tells Nick to stay the fuck away from me. I got this. Handle yours. Like, the Lions without Ben Johnson shouldn't be firing on all cylinders. But they're so well coached and have a great head coach that yes, for them, it's business as usual.
yeah,
My heart wants to say the Eagles are going to win by 1 or 2. I think, Vegas line has it like 1.5 Eagles. But
yeah,
I will not be surprised if the Eagles get fucking boat raced and look real stupid on offense, and then Nick Sirianni has to answer for it. Hey, was AJ Brown correct in the statements that he made last week leading up to this game? Oh no, it's just business as usual. Like, it's going to be those smug fucking responses. It's going to take Howie to step in like he did with the Brian Johnson situation, like he did with the Sean Desai and the Matt Patricia, and was like, get these fucking guys out of my building.
mm, yeah,
I have a feeling that I don't like that. Again, this is that year all over again that rings in our mind where, god damn it, we started off slow and we got hot and then all of a sudden we sucked again. Now we're just saying status quo. We're winning games because we are the better team. But in the playoffs, it's coaching over talent. And right now, our talent is prevailing but how long can this
How
last?
long can he sustain this?
So, Rich,
It's unsustainable.
here's where I'm going to tell you that I'm not as worried about the falling off the cliff scenario.
Yeah.
This defense is younger, athletic,
Yeah.
and has the ability to be able to shut other teams down to the point where they only score 7 points. They only score 7 points, and essentially 7 points when they were essentially playing prevent.
Yeah.
I think that, believe it or not, I think that this defense has the ability to be able to carry this team if need be. So like, I don't know that I think I think it's a close game. I think this is a
But
this is a one score game. This is like a 27-24, 31-27.
I also think, Don, the hard part is like, yes, this defense can do it, but who the fuck did they shut down? You know what I'm saying? Yes, 7 points in Lambeau against a team with 0 wide receivers and Josh Jacobs. And Josh Jacobs still had
Yeah.
a pretty damn fucking good game. So this is my issue with this. Yeah, the defense looked phenomenal.
Mhm.
And Elkin Jenkins left the game, one of their best offensive linemen. So that
Yeah.
killed them. I don't want to get into a false sense of, okay, this defense played well. Yes, they did. I seen that. We watched the
Mhm.
game. But it's not CeeDee Lamb, George Pickens on the outside like Dallas has. It's not Amon-Ra St. Brown and Jamison Williams like Detroit has coming up. You can get away with that against bad offenses because, let's be real, Green Bay has a fantastic defense. Their offense is
Yeah.
putrid. Outside of
they're
Josh Jacobs and Tucker Kraft being hurt, killed Jordan Love.
Yeah, right.
yeah.
But you look at these teams that you have coming up and the offensive weapons that they have, and these teams are able to score points at will. It's way different when Adoree Jackson isn't covering Bo Melton and it's Jamison Williams on the other side of him.
Yeah, I mean, I think this weekend you're going to see
This is a test, a big
this is
fucking
this
test.
is a huge test. This is like this is one that you circle on the calendar, and you're going to find out. By the end of the weekend on Sunday night, we're going to know a lot more about the potential direction of this team on the way, on the way towards the end of the season. I'm really curious. I'm really excited about what this potential matchup could be, and I'm curious to see how you're going to use your new depth and strength at edge to put so much pressure on Jared Goff that you force him into play. You force him into mistakes. You've got Quinyon Mitchell playing just as good, if not better, than he did last year.
Yep.
You've got
Coop.
You got Cooper DeJean, right, who has the potential to kind of come off the edge, play in the slot. You've got all the guys up front. You've got Jalen Carter now getting up and batting balls down.
Looked like a stud.
You have the ability to offset those weapons with the ability to get Jared Goff off his spot. If you let Jared Goff take 5 steps, because he's going to take 5 steps, he's going to hit that 5th step and the ball's out.
Yeah.
So if you're not getting your hands up, if you're not getting him off a spot, I think that's where this team now has a strength, and they have depth to where it can just be the revolving door of who's the fresh guy, get the next guy in, because they all have the ability to be able to get pressure. And you saw what happened when they were able to get Jordan Love off his spot, how that affected them. It made all the difference in the world between what they were able to do, and essentially neutralized any opportunity for Green Bay to make any progress.
Yeah. No, I mean,
So I think this is like this is a one. Yeah, this is a huge test. And again, you're going to find out so much about this team in this one game. And then you're going to go and you're going to play at Dallas on the following Sunday. You're going to play the Bears, and that's a game that we all kind of penciled in as
better
a W
than we thought they were going to
on
be
Black Friday, and that's going to be a little bit more of a test. But if they play these next couple games right, you could end up with 2 division banners in your rafters this fall.
Yeah.
You could get a banner for your for the NFC North, and you could get banner for the NFC East. So
Yeah, Kevin Patullo, we're
it's
putting
in
out
his hands.
we're putting out a missing persons on KP. Hopefully he shows up in time for the game and he actually knows what the fuck he's doing this week. So it's really going to be it. I mean, yeah, the defense, the defense is going to keep us in it. You just have to the offense has to match the defense's intensity and bravado right now. So
Yeah.
but I mean that's it. I mean this is it. This is it in a nutshell. It's all going to come down to Sunday night. It's for seeding. It's for seeding now. It's for seeding in the playoffs. There's so much that is riding on this game because this is the test of where are you the team to beat? Is Detroit the team to beat? As we come down the stretch here. Um, but yeah, I mean, you have to use everybody. You have to get everybody involved, and you have to get everybody involved as right from the jump. Right from the jump. It's not, well,
Sure.
we'll ease this guy in. We'll throw him a couple passes maybe in the first quarter, and then maybe we'll come back to him later in the game. No, this has to be. It's the innovation and the creativity has to show up for this game.
Yeah. I
All right,
agree.
here we go.
In the high stakes world of fantasy football, the managers who obsess over stats and waiver wires are part of an elite squad known as the fantasy unit. These are their stories.
Rich, all I gotta say is you had one hell of a week.
Hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah, brother.
Rich's week 10 that included not a single player that Rich picked this week was in single digits.
Yeah, buddy.
Super impressive week. You hit the you hit the lottery on Trey Henderson, right?
Yeah, it's about time Travion did something. That's my boy.
Yeah.
That's my boy.
I mean, a couple of guys had huge weeks, right? Jonathan Taylor had the week where he scored 50
Oof.
plus by himself.
Fucking Christ.
A Chain
insane.
scored. I think he was in
He
the
had
40.
over 40. Yeah. Jameer Gibbs had over 40.
It was this
It was a
this
week.
week in particular was a really crazy week. But
Yeah.
so Rich, now as it sits,
Yes.
you're at 12.
Mm-hmm.
I'm at 11.
Yeah, buddy.
Joe's making up ground at 7.
Joe,
But
you're
Rich,
you're trying, bud.
yeah,
You're
we're-
trying.
Do I get a
Well,
participation trophy?
You do. You do.
You do. Whenever we go out to dinner, Joe.
I got
Yeah.
to take off the training wheels. Yeah.
Joe was
But
like,
Rich,
I'm
our totals
just
are
a
within
baby.
our totals are within like 50 points.
yeah. Yeah, I've been looking
So
at
it's
it.
it's interesting. What are you looking at this week?
So I'm actually putting in my lineup now. I'm going with a unconventional stack that I don't think anybody would see coming, but the Jacoby Brissett Trey McBride stack without Marv. Because Marvin Harrison had an appendectomy.
How about it?
Jesus
I-
Christ.
I'm in a fantasy league and I was working out a trade with a guy at 6:30 this morning, and I was trading Marvin Harrison. 4 hours later, I get a alert on my phone: Marvin Harrison to miss week 11 due to appendectomy. I'm like, what? And then he texts me and goes, "Bro, did you know this beforehand? Like before you trade?" I'm like, I'm not a fucking Arizona Cardinals insider. How am I supposed to
Yes,
know?
you are.
Yeah, but that
Oh,
without the
God.
appendix, he's going to run a 4-1 now. So it's cool. It was weighing him down. So it's
Yeah.
all good. But no, I like Jacoby
Yeah.
Brissett. He's been serviceable, and Trey McBride's been unstoppable. I haven't
Okay.
used him yet, so I feel like it's a good week for that stack. I mean, they're going to have to throw the ball, and who else are they going to throw it to? It's getting
Yeah.
down to the nitty gritty because I'm looking at it like between me and Don and just looking over it. It's getting to the point where it's do you sacrifice now, just use all your best players and then pray to God some guys hit and let it go. But I think that's pretty much what me and Don have to do right now to kind of
Yeah.
keep that lead until one of us just has to start, you know, two wide receiver threes, two running backs. We pray to God fall into the end zone. You know,
Yeah.
it's getting interesting. And Joe, you have a ton of dudes left. It's
Slow
just
and steady wins the race, sir.
just unfortunate you picked AJ Brown and Jalen Hurts last week.
Yeah, I don't know what I was doing there. I thought
That hurt.
hoping
But
for
Be a
some
lot
divine
cooler if you
intervention.
showed
That didn't
up.
work out.
yeah, I mean, you had Adunze put up big points. Dowdle
Yeah.
got
Sorry.
bottled. James Cook, who is usually guaranteed 20, got you 9. It was just one of those weird down weeks for a lot of
Yeah.
star guys besides those main 5 who scored like 40 plus points.
Sorry. I got you
Yeah.
guys right where I want you.
Yeah.
I'm only back 400 points, guys.
Yeah.
I'm
Three
good.
ninety five.
When I started putting it in, and I was like, "Oh, I got to 120," and I was like, I felt pretty good about it. And
Yeah.
then I literally got to like the third guy, and I'm like, Jesus Christ! Like
Yeah.
you had already eclipsed like 120 within like the first 3 4 guys, and I was like, all right, that's there it
And
is. There the lead goes.
and to be honest with you, my best player that I took was Abuka.
Abuka.
Abuka was like the main like the
Well, you
name.
had Trey Henderson had
Trey Henderson, but
Trey.
like who knew he didn't even start the game with a carry. He didn't get a carry
That was a
until
hell
like
of a selection, Rich. A hell of a selection.
was 5 minutes into the game. He because freaking Terrell Jennings got the start. And then
Yeah.
he got hurt and he had 4 rushes for 5 yards. I'm like, Travion Henderson's not even on the field. And then all of a sudden, boom, 34. Jalen Warren, Alec Pierce had 18 points for me. Like,
I think
it was
Rich
one of
is
those
an
weeks where
insider.
the guys
You
just hit. And I was like, all right,
you
this is
you
cool.
just had a week.
You're an
Yeah,
insider, Rich. You're an
I-
insider. It's cool.
Adam Schefter is telling me who to pick. Oh,
I
this
had
just in. AJ Brown will not be traded at the trade deadline. Oh, I'm
I
sorry.
had
We missed that. We missed that.
I had Henderson earlier in the year, and I think he got me like a half a yard.
Yeah. I've
Yeah,
have him in fantasy everywhere, and I've been waiting for this moment.
Yeah,
I
well,
was gonna say you've
it
got a couple of decent matchups to look at where you can really look at good players on good teams going against bad teams,
flop right.
right?
Yeah.
Because you got tomorrow night, you got the Pats and Jets.
I
Um,
I
you got
love
the
what you're doing there, Don, because I'm looking at it right now, but I'm just letting you know. And it's kind of like my rule of thumb that I break every week because I have to play these guys. For some reason, every time I play players on Thursday night, they fucking suck.
Take
So,
a
yeah.
Don,
shit.
please, I'm praying
Go
let
for it.
Travion
Oh,
go
you're
off.
done.
I
All
need
right.
it, Don. Break the curse,
Listen,
Don.
I hope so, but like you also have the Pat. Like if you want to whoever's going to play for the Packers, right, going up against a really bad Giants team.
Yep.
But like
But who's getting the start for the Giants, baby?
Oh,
go,
yeah. I see what you're
Dude,
doing here.
Jameson William or
Who's he?
yeah,
Jameson
Who's he
Winston,
gonna throw
baby.
to?
and you
Darius
who
Slayton.
cares?
Darius
He's gonna be
Slayton.
slinging.
I'm putting him in my lineup right now.
He's just going to
Maybe
throw.
I'll just copy. I'll copy your lineup, Rich.
Do it. Do
Ah,
it.
So if we both suck, if you suck, then I suck.
Joe, that should be your strategy. Just copy both our lineups every week.
if
Yeah.
Like,
you
I'm going to get a
suck,
fucking win.
yes. Oh my god, that's too funny.
I love it.
Gentlemen, final thoughts. What do you got?
Oh, man. Final thoughts. Man, I got nothing. I'm still fucking ready
Yeah,
to fire
nothing.
Tulo into the sun. Final thoughts. Holiday seasons are coming around, as always. Be kind. Look out for your neighbors. It's getting colder, so look out for the animals that are outside. If you can try, like, you see any loose dogs or cats, try to scoop them up, bring them to the shelter, so they're not out there freezing cold. Alert the proper authorities if you need to. But Thanksgiving's coming up. Everybody's got something to be thankful for. And if somebody doesn't have something to be thankful for, be that person that they could be thankful for. Simple acts of kindness and small gestures, they do go a long way. Just asking people if they're okay and just giving them a smile and a wave. Just we always preach kind of like be good people. We might be critical
Yeah.
of our Eagles team, but like we're three good dudes. You know, we try to make a difference in the world for what we do and what we can, whether it be through animal rescues or just being fucking kind guys.
Yep.
Be kind to people. You know, it's the holiday season. The spirit of Christmas is already hitting me and hitting a lot of other people, and I think we need more kindness in this world. You know, right now. So you know, give thanks, and if nobody has something to be thankful for, be that person that they can be thankful for.
Yeah,
Well
I
said,
like it.
Rich. Well said, Rich. I to piggyback off of that also too. I mean, that goes without saying, and I think that includes everything except for being a Cowboys fan. I'm thankful. I'm very thankful, and I'll always be thankful for Jerry Jones. But what the angle I was gonna put out was, Jair Alexander. We first saw that, and to be honest with you, I wanted to like pull my hair out and probably go punch the wall. But if he is going through something mental, I mean, it says a lot that he went and said something to somebody about it. Physically, he's probably not where he needs to be, but if he's going through something mentally as well, and then good for him for speaking up. It's
Yeah,
unfortunate. It's unfortunate, and the timing of it all, and I know Rich, you said you weren't a big fan of the signing of his, but I mean, he would have been at the worst, he could have been a serviceable backup or
Yeah.
somebody who could have come in and give us a few plays. But shout out to him for speaking up on the whole mental side of things, and shout out to Lane Johnson for missing that game, looking like I was like, oh my god, Lane's fucked. Watching him walk with guys trying to walk him back to the locker room, watching him get on that cart and get carted back to the locker room, and then for him to come back out and sit on the bench and wait for his time and come out when the game was on the line and come in and gut that game out was just it had to be such a shot of adrenaline and positivity for that team and say, you know what? We got to band together,
yeah,
pull together, and win this game for Lane.
Hell
yep.
yeah.
Yeah. Listen, the topic of the mental health stuff really kind of shed its light. The whole news with Marshawn Nealon and the events that surround him in the last week. It just kind of it sucks that that kind of stuff happens to and it just goes to show you that like you just never know what those guys are going through. You never know what anybody's going through. So
Yeah.
this is the point in time where we tell you to like you reach out to your people, right? Constantly be reaching out to your people, checking in on your people, and making sure that you're having those conversations with them, and you know that if you notice a time where they need the resources, that you kind of you do what you can to try to help them out, whatever that means. So
Yeah.
listen, on
November
the
is
way
Men's
out,
Mental Health Month, so
It
Mental Health
is.
Awareness
It's
Month
just
for
it's being there. It's just being there and telling people that you're there and you know being vulnerable.
for
Men
sure,
just aren't men just aren't vulnerable, and men
for
don't
sure.
talk about things that affect them, things that bother them, things that
Mhm.
can snowball, things that have snowballed, things that people feeling helpless. And when you get to that point of feeling helpless and you feel like you can't do anything, you don't want to, I've had, like my aunt committed suicide. I think we talked about this before, and I've
Yeah,
had friends deal with it and other family members, and you know, it's it's a touchy subject, but it's something that has to be discussed.
yeah,
yeah.
Because when you get to the point where you're going to do that, and people that do that, you don't get a second chance. You don't get to fix it.
Yeah.
So not only men but women, but whoever. But I know it's Mental Health Month. It's okay to reach out, because some people need to understand that, or they don't know how to process that stuff, and they don't know how to help themselves. They can't help themselves.
yeah,
So it's getting those people to you know have those tough conversations, and put themselves in a spot where they're open to have somebody help them.
Great.
for sure. Listen, on the way out. I'm going to see if I can play this. I'm going to try to play the song on the way out, but I'm going to share the screen and play it via YouTube and see if we can do this on the way out. Go Birds.
Go Birds!
The Drunk on Broad.
Go Birds!
Philly Sports Unfiltered. From Broad Street down to the bank, we bleed red, green, black,